What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're overviewing this 21 Smart Shocks X3 Max Turbo RR. Mouthful of a name, but we want to check out this car and show you guys in detail some of the stuff that this customer has on his vehicle and show you guys some of the lighting I installed, as well as a SwitchPros to control it all. But before he brought me anything that had to do with wiring, he brought it to UtvSpeedInc and they installed a bunch of stuff like this cage. I didn't want to cover that. UtvSpeed also installed a full suspension kit from HCR, springs from Shock Therapy, lots of stuff. We'll get into that in just a second, but let's go back to the cage. This cage is made by UtvSpeedInc. They are local to me here in Southern California. I'll leave a link to them in the description down below. And he got a bunch of options on this cage, including a full glass windshield. This is automotive grade. So it won't just shatter and break off into pieces. It actually kind of holds itself in place because it has laminates to it. It does have these cutouts here, these vents, so air can come in. He does have a pocket, which is really cool that they did because it's kind of recessed into the roof. This pocket houses this, I want to say 40-inch light, generic brand, but still cool to have. He also optioned for a roof rack, which is really cool. So plenty of room for storage on the roof. If you want to run a spare tire, you can. You relay the spare tire up here and it's got 3 hooks, one on each side and one towards the rear, which is really dope. So following the roof, they did put 3 lights that are pretty much chase lights now for the roof panel here. It's got a little bit of a winglet, which looks pretty cool. I like that. Does have, you know, the holes for your whips, so he has 5150 whips. So like I said, this cage is just like mine with a few differences. Obviously he has more add-ons to it, but it does have the same exact integrated rear bumper. But a difference is, and I am considering this for my machine, it has these aluminum side panels and rear panel that give it a lot different look. So I'm undecided because from the back it looks really nice, but from the side view it kind of makes the car look a little bit longer. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you like that. I think it looks really cool, honestly. The color is kind of a bronze, similar to the X3 that CJ has. UtvSpeedInc also makes their own mirrors, which are really nice. They're aluminum. Pretty cool. And they're integrated. They have a welded bung on here, so they just spin on and off, so they are replaceable. The customer also put TMW doors, which are my favorite. He also optioned for the door bags like I have on my machine, which is perfect. Pretty much same setup as my vehicle. TMW doors, UtvSpeedInc Cage.
I like you a lot.
There's not much going on in here besides the SwitchPros that I installed. Back to that in just a second. Exterior wise, we'll talk about the suspension real quick. Wheels and tires, he's got Method 405s on Tensor 33s, same exact wheel setup I have. Springs from Shock Therapy, same setup that I have. HCR arms and LWTV ball joints, same setup that I have.
I like it a lot.
But he has a Smart Shocks vehicle, so they do have the brackets for the Smart Shocks on the HCR arms. He's got the Shock Therapy race rack, limit straps, front sway bar and link, full TMW for the reinforcement of the bumper, the gusset kit and the shock tower brace. Yeah, I tell everybody that's the way to go when it comes to reinforcing your machine. And pretty much the same exact story in the rear. HCR arms, Shock Therapy springs, sway bar links, and sway bars, and the radius rods. So he went with the radius rods from Shock Therapy. They are not raised or high clearance, but they are very strong. These are chromoly. Besides the fact that they're chromoly, they have some of the strongest Heim joints in the game. Why? Because they're oversized. These are 3/4 inch Heims, and they will last a lot longer than the ones on most other radius rods, which are 5/8. LMUTV, which we run all the time, uses 5/8 on their high clearance rods, but you can also get the straight aluminum, and they run 3/4 Heims on those, which probably what I will run when I get another machine. So out back, he's also got the Can-Am cooler, which is awesome to keep all your beverages cold. Got the SAB particle separator that I installed, and then the rest of it was all lighting that I installed for him. So we put rock lights in multiple locations, and stick around for the end of this video because I'm going to show you guys all the lighting in action at night, because it looks really cool in this panel area because I did put a light right above the exhaust. So I put rock lights. I did install the 5150 whips. I installed some of these Squadron Sports in the back here, so you can light up the rear as a chase light or as a just a regular white light for reverse. So what's really cool is these Squadron Sports and these chase lights, we can make them flash and strobe with the SwitchPros. Again, check it out towards the end of this video. Inside we did 4 dome lights, both of them kind of at an angle here, and they're facing kind of downwards, but at an angle towards the seats. So there's 2 in the back, 2 in the front. I think it's perfect the way we set it up. And then I also put 2 rock lights in the center bar to shine down on the seats as well. All that, I ran it through the tubes, which is a painstaking process. I've been pretty much working on this machine all week, running down the wires through the tubes and hiding everything so you can't see it for a really nice clean finish. And then what else? We did the Squadron Pros here at the A-pillar, which are beast. They look really, really good, as well as they are really, really bright. I think they're about 1500 more lumens in the Squadron Sports, so I might actually switch to those from the ones that I currently have. In the front, we got some LP6s from Baja Designs as well. These are enormous, and they have a low and high functionality, so check out the video towards the end again. I also wired the TMW logo and the front light bar that was already installed by UtvSpeed. But overall, I think the sense of safety of this cage is pretty damn good. So let's just move on to what it looks like at night, and yeah, let's do it. All right guys, here it is. The LP6s are on currently. That's just a backlit. It doesn't blind you or anything like that. It actually just looks really good as accent lighting. And then also the TMW logo on the shock tower brakes is on. But besides that, nothing else is on. We're gonna show you guys on the SwitchPros. I'll probably put this on the screen so you guys can see it a lot better. And there it is. It's started up. So that's on. Awesome party trick, starting the vehicle from your phone. From here, we're gonna go on to some of the switches. And right here we have interior lighting that we set up for him. There's the 4 pods, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And it shines up pretty damn good in here. There's the SwitchPros lit up. I did match the backlighting, so it looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off so it doesn't sound so annoying. But there's the backlit for the SwitchPros. It's close. You can play with the settings to match the colors, but it's pretty close so far. So that's the backlit. Let's do rock lights, and this is the one I really want to show you guys because the rock lights look freaking insane. Because in the paneling, this aluminum paneling from UtvSpeed, I put a rock light where the exhaust is at, and as you can see from the sides, and let's wake this car back up, you can see from the sides how it's on. I think that looks freaking amazing. It just looks really, really cool. And for the interior, we also did 2 rock lights in the center rail of the cage, which lights up the front and back seats perfectly. And then obviously in the front, you gotta have one behind the grill and in the wheel wells. Looks freaking bitchin', dude. I love it. So also we got the 5150 whips. These are 187s. These are awesome. We got them set up in red. You can change the colors. Obviously, we've done lots of videos on 5150. They make great whips. We also have here a chase light option. With the SwitchPros, we're able to actually make this flash by double clicking it. And there it is. So that's an awesome option for him. Besides that chase light up top, he has some Squadron Sports that I installed down here at the bottom. And those are gonna be able to run as ambers or also flashing as another chase light, which is super bright. But if you're far away from somebody, you can turn those on. And then obviously the front lighting is on point with a lot of Baja Designs, including the LP6s and these Squadron Pros here in the front. And I actually want to run these Squadron Pros. I really like them. So let's do, let's see here. Let's do the light bar. The light bar, I'm not sure what brand it is. It's pretty bright. It looks good. And then we have the LP6s. I did wire the LP6s to have a low beam and high beam on the same exact switch. So you press it once, it's low beam. You press it again, it's high beam. So I don't know if you guys can tell that on video. That's off, that's on low beam, and that's high beam. So pretty cool that you have double options on the LP6s. And then obviously the Squadron Pros. Oh, that's not it. The Squadron Pros look freaking sick. The cap's on the other one, so you can't see it, but there's 2 of them. I promise. I really love how it came out in the back. I'm really considering this aluminum panels for the back of the cage. Let me know what you guys think on that, especially with the lighted up rock lights. It looks freaking insane in there. It doesn't show on camera as good as it does in person, but believe me, it looks freaking nuts. Back to the show though, let's go. There it is. The wiring came out on point on the machine. The lighting is perfect. And then when it comes to the cage, UtvSpeedInc does a great job. I trust them. I mean, I got it on my car. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. And yes, I know it needs a bath. We'll get to that on the next video. See you guys.